Hi, my gorgeous Pisceans. Let me hit the bell. This is your homework family reading for August 1st through the 15th. Now, you know I gotta hit the bell, make sure I got everything all good, clear, and positive in energies. They're fighting me. Seriously? Help us rise. I know that can be annoying. I apologize. But there's a frequency I know once it's hit, and it helps move the energy out. Even though you may not understand it, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it's going to be. And I know one of the reasons why that was having trouble clearing out is because I've been channeling Pisces energy before I came to make the video. And some of you are having some major issues. Some of you just having, kind of sort of issues. Some of you are having some major issues with your throat chakra. And what I mean by that is it's actually coming from the solar plexus and from the sacral chakra. It's a blockage that's coming in. Because they're more or less, they're closing my throat. So it's like I can't speak. And this is because some of you are definitely dealing with some issues within how you feel about yourself. Do you feel good about yourself? Do you feel good about your self-esteem, your self-value, your self-worth? Because some of you are kind of on that putting yourself down or not fully having belief in self, and therefore it's getting in the way of what you're capable of creating. It's messing up your self-esteem, and it's messing up your power, which in that same sense is not allowing you to express your freedom and speak your truth. I feel like you're not able to speak from the soul what you truly desire. And this is because, like I said, there's a blockage for many of you in this area, and it's throwing off everything about, I feel like it's coming from that self-worth, self-value, like you're holding on to grief, sorrow, secrets, regret. Spirit says, know thyself. And let's face it, you're ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the planet of spirit and of magic. It's the planet of soul, spirit, and magic. But we can't necessarily understand. With me putting it that way, it also speaks to us of, I'm sorry, they're still messing with my throat. It speaks to us of where I call fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. Spirit says, know thyself, because during this time of clearing up that self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, feeling good about yourself, and then how and what you believe you are capable of coming into your power so that you can speak your truth. Know thyself means understand you're ruled by Neptune, and with it being fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality, understand when you are dealing with helplessness, feeling helpless, feeling rejected, feeling afraid, feeling powerlessness, feeling repressed anger, and know yourself enough to understand what you're feeling this way for, why, as you bring healing to it and change it. Because this will help you to get to the deeper point of what's caused it, what is left it with grief, sorrow, regret, secrets that you're keeping from the outer world, which will help you Seriously? I'm not saying that. I don't even see how that goes in with this. They're more or less saying to get to your sensitivities. Within your sensitivities will speak to you on your own sexual energy, which will speak to you about how you feel about yourself, so that you can then therefore bring it out and speak your truth from your heart with, speak your truth and your mind from your heart and your soul. And then unblock how you're feeling about yourself, so that you'll get out of those issues that you're having with self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. You'll get past the denial that you might be dealing with in some of these cases. Oh, what happened here? They say as you do this, this is the only way that you are going to lift the weight off of your heart that is keeping you from moving forward, that's helping with the block that's there, helping get rid of the block. But this is definitely a time of action. Something as you, these are things that need to be said, definitely. It is definitely a growth for you as you're going through this and understanding this about yourself. You're coming into a deeper level of understanding yourself. But as you start to understand what your truths are, you do need to actually take action and go out and express them. Some of these are going to be situations where you have doubt over what you're trying to express. And you have doubt over the path and how that's going to play out. But they're saying do it anyway. This helps you get rid of it. And some of it, quite simply, is finding balance within yourself is one of the things they're saying. But you've got to get past bitterness and blame, because it's making you inflexible and it's making you hold on to burdens that are keeping you from being able to be clear and speak what you have to speak as you're moving forward. Is that it? This is coulda, shoulda, wouldas again. The coulda, shoulda, wouldas. You got to get away from the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. And the reason I'm explaining it this way is because, like I said, you're ruled by Neptune, which means fantasy can smack you in the face with harsh reality. You can easily misinterpret yourself and carry. You're ruled by Neptune, which means your spirit and magic. You can actually take yourself in either direction just as easily as soon as you can learn how to talk to yourself right, is what they're saying. And you can talk yourself into a much higher place that will help you maneuver and create what you're trying to create in life. But a lot of that is going to be by actually facing some of those situations and coming right out with it. And you will be very sensitive about it. But they're saying still, the more depth you get within your own truth, and the deeper you get within that sensitivity, the more true it is. So let it out. With that being said, I'm going to run through the main important things of the month, and then I'm going to hit some astrology and see, what some of those areas are that are important for you. Because I can't go over the whole time, but I'll give you a lot of the information. The Lion's Gate is always a illuminating day. It is August 8th. Now, on the 8th, the moon is going to be around 4:30 moving into Sagittarius. This makes it change into more of an upbeat personality, more of a curious personality, and that kind of go with the flow, so that you're more interested of learning and maturing. However, on the 5th, 6th, and 7th, it is definitely anything but that. It moves from Libra into Scorpio and then goes into Sagittarius. And Scorpio, especially the 6th and the 7th. When the moon is in Scorpio, we feel everything to the nines. We are over emotional. We are oversensitive, and everything is 3 times as intense. If you have a brand new love affair, it's all ooey gooey, soft and chewy and wonderful and yay. And if somebody just betrayed you, it's like, I'm going to kill him. Okay? It's not just, I don't like that. It's full on dealing with a betrayal. Whatever emotion you're in, when the moon is in Scorpio, it's incredibly intense, and it can easily just drive you batshit crazy if you're taking it in a negative way. It's like, what do they say all the time? If it's the person who, if you're digging hard enough to find a problem, well, you'll find one eventually. You keep digging and looking for something, even if you had to create it because you're digging so hard to do it. That's the Scorpio energy. If it's positive, it's full on positive. If it's negative, it's full on negative. And you, being ruled by Neptune, are capable of shifting that just as easily as soon as you learn how to talk yourself through that. Now, on the 11th is going to be a very sensitive day. You have Mercury, which is moving back into Leo on the 11th. This is Sunday. You have Jupiter, which is going finally direct. It's been in retrograde for several months, and it will be going direct, starting to move forward. It's still being Sagittarius. It isn't changing. Uranus will be going retrograde on this day. So you have all this energy taking place on this one day. So if you're sensitive, you're definitely going to be feeling it. And empath energies are going to be off the chain too, because you're going to feel the shift of these two planets take a new direction. Plus, Leo's going to come back. Mercury's going to come back into Leo, which is definitely going to alter things because there's so much going on in Leo as it is, but we'll get there in a second. The full moon takes place on the 15th, and it's going to be going from Aquarius into Pisces, your sign. Now, all these energies that are taking place are going on right now, and I say all these energies, I mean for the Lionsgate, as well as the whole month. It is very important that you understand the Sirius star is going to be stepping more or less right on top of the North Node in Cancer. The North Node tells you everything you need to know in order to move forward in a positive way within your life. And the Sirius star, more or less, is God's consciousness. It's like Thor's hammer. It's the enlightened teacher, stepping right on top of everything you need to know in order to move forward in Cancer. Okay? For you, this is your 5th house. This is speaking to you. This is speaking directly to you about your pursuit of pleasure, your pursuit of happiness. Where are you not happy? And why the hell are you not happy? What is getting in the way of creating your happiness? What is keeping you from having time to be able to enjoy your life, to enjoy your happiness, to be able to bring that happiness into your life? Happiness is your creativity, being able to be creative enough to figure out what your happiness is. It is your lovers. It is your love life. It is your pursuit of pleasure. It's how you enjoy life. It's how you create life. It's dating. It's romance. It's sex. But it is also your hobbies. It's also, sports. It can be drama. It's your self-expression. But it is also your children. Because your children is your children, and then it's your inner child. Your inner child reminds you how to play, how to enjoy, how to experience, and how to try new things. Because it doesn't have fear enough to not be afraid to try new things. Your inner child needs to be in that energy so that it helps you explore. Where are you not able to explore this part of yourself? Where are you not able to bring it to rise to the surface so that it is part of who and what you are. This is the question, because with the North Node and Sirius Star here, it's telling you what you need to know, making you acknowledge where you're not getting these things, because you need to be getting these things. This is part of your healthy life, and in order for you to move forward, you need to realize where the unhealthiness is to help you get healthy, so that you can experience life with joy. However, going straight across the sky from that is your 11th house in opposition. This is most likely what's getting in the way. Your community, your larger groups, your friends, your wishes, your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, your self-realization. So where are these? I was double counting, I'm sorry. So where is the community? Where do you feel the community doesn't support you? Where do you feel that you can't really be real with your true self, with your self-expression? Where do you feel like they're not going to support you or accept you? Where do you think that these memberships that you may be part of would mock you and keep you from being able to move forward? Because this is where you need to set the proper rules, walls, and boundaries, and make sure that you have the right people in your life and get rid of the ones that don't belong there. Because this is also where your wishes are created, your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions. This is where you find the true self. And are you being your true self? Or are you being what society wants you to be? And you'll see where this needs to shift. You'll see where, rules, walls, and boundaries need to be placed because they've been placed there incorrectly. You'll see where it's not supporting who you are, but it's supporting what society wants these groups to be and be seen. And if you are willing to step up to your truth, then you can start to redesign your truth. Okay? With that being said, that is the biggest energy that's coming through. However, this is not an easy energy for you to overcome, because you have the guardians on the pole of both sides of that Cancer energy, which is where this energy is coming from, Cancer and Capricorn. In Gemini and in Leo, Leo has bases loaded. Leo for you happens to be your 6th house. Leo has, first off, the guardians of the pole there, which is speaking to you of rules, walls, and boundaries. Again, limitations, withholdings. It's talking to you about your illumination, how you shine, what the core is of, in this case, it's, I'll be back for that part. Your core, it's your sensitivity, it's your health, it's how you feel about yourself, because it's Mars. It's also your passion, action, aggression, how you feel about yourself, and like a sexual energy, bringing us back to that how I feel energy that Spirit was speaking to you, and sacrificing commitment. This is all in your everyday mundane tasks. This is speaking to you from the moment you get up to the moment you go to bed. From your daily routine. I get up, I have my breakfast, I do this little routine, da-da-da-da-da, I go to work, I have my shower, da-da-da, and then when your routine's out of balance, are you out of balance? But here's the kicker. What part of that routine is healthy and what part is not? Because you have Leo here at this time putting a fire into that routine, putting a fire into those mundane tasks. Asking you to do what's healthy for you, asking you to change the bad habits and bad addictions that you've allowed into your life that are not supporting what you truly desire to want to be and inspire to have your life become. And what I mean by that is sometimes we have bad addictions, bad patterns, we've let certain people in, we end up We end up helping this person. We end up doing this thing. Pisces, you guys are really, really bad at getting taken advantage of, because you are so giving. You are so compassionate. So you believe that the people are going to be better when you already know that they're not. And this is part of what I'm talking about within these mundane tasks. There are people that you know are not going to love you right, not going to treat you right. So why do you keep letting them do it? Why do you keep putting them first and putting you last, which is making you not be able to get to that expression of how you feel about yourself, not be able to find the true enjoyment because you're wasting time on these other things that are actually time you should be spending on the things you enjoy. It's resetting those boundaries, resetting those mundane tasks, your daily routines, so that the things that don't support what you desire and what you need, you start to move them out of that routine, and you create the routine that works for you. Now, your energy this whole time is not getting along with Sagittarius and Jupiter as it goes direct. This is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is your 10th house. This is your honor, your prestige, your reputation, your professional life, your professional career, your financial success, the community that creates that financial success and that financial foundation. It is the outer world. It is the authority and the responsibilities within your life, as well as it is the political arena within your life. Jupiter is there at this time trying to show you what things you do need and what things you don't. Jupiter is abundance. It is the magnification, and anything Jupiter touches, it spreads. So it's like poison ivy, but it can be good, it can be bad. It all depends on what you feed that energy. If you're feeding it healthy energy, it will spread like wildfire into a very positive energy. But if you're feeding it negativity and it's surrounded with negativity, it will spread like poison ivy. Again, this is speaking about your own self-awareness, your physical body, your personality, your appearance, your view of life, and your image versus that outer community of that reputation, prestige, professional career, financial success, financial community, and foundation, and the responsibilities here. What is it that's not supporting you again? And what is it that is supporting you? And this is what you need to understand, because Jupiter is going to magnify it on all levels, depending on what you feed it, positive or negative. Now, on the opposite hand, that 11th house where your community is, your friendships, the hopes, the dreams, the ambitions, that is getting along splendidly with your energy. It is getting along great with who you are. It's making you shine and look good about what you are doing if you choose to do it right. It could be bringing in a whole new sexual energy in. And when I say sexual, it does mean sex, yes, but it doesn't have to mean sex, because Lilith is here. Lilith is like the sexual temptress. All she wants to do is have her fucking way. She wants to feel good about herself. She wants to get her way, and she's not going to take no for an answer. So, in one sense, it's bringing an extra oomph of magic to your personality, to your very self-awareness, helping you to feel a little bit frisky about it. And you need to connect with this in this sense, because I feel like this would help you bring up how you feel about yourself and your self-esteem. But like I said, you're Pisces, so you're automatically ruled by that 12th house, where we hide in our grief, our sorrow, our secrets, and our unconscious and our hidden self. There's a lot of times where those bad habits are created or placed. Bad habits and bad addictions are created because if you just throw your shit, the skeletons on the closet far enough back, you'll forget that they're there, and then you forget why they're bad habits, basically. And I feel like this is helping you feel better about yourself within this community. It can bring more growth in, but it only matters if you're being real. Okay, it only matters if you're being real, if you're soulfully connecting with what you truly want and desire and being real. Otherwise, it's all bullshit. Now, in your second house, this is part of why you feel this way. Your second house is Aries, and it has Chiron in it, and it has what I call Medusa in it, on opposite sides of the sign. But Chiron is directly across from Libra, and that's your 8th house. Libra is the responsibilities within the relationships. Anything you care about, you have a relationship with. From your children to your parents, to your spouse, to your dog. I mean, anything you care about, you have a relationship with. You have a relationship with your money. When you have no money, you know about your relationship with no money. So what are the rules within the relationship, so to speak? If you have a job, part of the rules within the relationship is, you go to work and you do your job. Second part of that relationship is they pay you, right? I mean, what are the rules within the relationship? If it's spouses, it usually is 2 major rules within the relationship: paying the bills and sex. Okay, what are the rules within the relationships? This is what you're looking at. It is asking you how you feel about yourself, your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem within these relationships. Where are these relationships suiting you and helping to make you feel better about yourself, helping to heal yourself? Because when you feel good about yourself, you have value within yourself. You feel more liberated, which then also turns that second house into possessions. Like, not just like your phone, but this is also how you can create and spend your money, because you're doing something that you're happy about doing, because you've figured out who you are and know what you want to do with your life, because you're liberated enough to know what you love, and you can go after that. This helps you to build it for a much better level. But it starts with self-worth, self-value, and self-esteem. Where are these relationships in your life supporting your self-worth, self-value, self-esteem? And then you have Medusa in this energy of these 2 signs, speaking directly across with Pallas. Medusa is trouble, toil, and strife. Where have you been served a whole shit ton of injustice? And it is going straight across into these relationships and viewing them and their responsibilities with strategic thinking. Are you overthinking it to where you're thinking with your head and none of it's with your heart? Because if you're only using your head, you've missed the whole idea of getting to the soul. There's supposed to be a combination of a mixture here. The 2 are one. One is not more important than the other. The heart speaks to what you need, and it also speaks to you about forgiveness. The head does what it thinks you need, because that's what you've taught it. What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know? Pisces, what do you need to know? What do they need to know to help them move forward in the most positive and healthy healing way from the 1st through the 15th. All Pisces. This time around, the cards have been making me shuffle the crap out of them. I'm being told that you're going to definitely need to be grounded during this time. You want to be grounded so that you can think clearly. That would explain why I was just going on about all of that, about the heart and the head. This is thinking clearly. No rash decisions. No rash decisions. Let the heart sink in so that you can truthfully see past the initial idea. See the big picture. And then make the decisions that is important to you. Because you had time for clarity. Alright, now, we're not doing like 8 cards. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. The Sun. The Sun, for many people, is always the happiest card in the deck. Not necessarily. It can be. It's all about you. The Sun speaks about the blessing or the punishment in Hebrew, which means every single day you wake up with a choice to choose. Is today a blessing or is today a punishment? You choose wisely because you create your own reality. You can create the happiest life possible. What did I say? You're ruled by Neptune. But it's up to you. What are you choosing? You have the power. Spirit's just telling you point blank, you have the power. This is Capricorn, the Sun in Capricorn. This is all 4 directions. This is saying you have growth and stability to bring whatever you are trying to create into tangible reality. It is planted, grounded power that is coming into fruition. But it is working for what it is you want. Again, you have the power to create what you want. Will you? Emperor. This could be the entrepreneur. This could also be an Aries sign. Leo, this is actually a Leo sign. The Sun is a Leo that could possibly be in your life. This is a Capricorn that could possibly be in your life. And this is the Emperor, which speaks to you of Aries, but I also connect it with all horned energy. So it's Capricorn also, or Taurus. It can go with any of them. This is... It could be the entrepreneur, but it is a dominating energy. Are you the one dominating or is someone else dominating the situation? Are they creating their life as they so see fit and you're part of it because they're dominating you? Or are you going to change this around and you're going to be the one who's dominating your life and you will create what you want? This is the power here of what they've been speaking about. The Emperor also speaks to you of your thought, your speech, and your actual action. It speaks to you of being the leader, taking on the leadership within your own life. It speaks to you of really getting deep, the width, the length, and the depth of the situation. It is also speaking to you of possibly having power over others and being the natural leader of your own life. Like I said, are you being the leader or someone else in power and creating what they want your life to be because you're letting them? It could go either way. I kind of boo-booed there. Flip you back over and get right. Was you for them? And I'm being given the 2 of Cups. So this could definitely be you creating your brand new life or a brand new future, having the Sun coming in, a brand new beginning, a brand new glorious day, because this could be love coming your way. This can be love coming your way, but this can also speak to you about loving yourself. So it can be one of 2. It could be a new relationship coming in, a brand new love life coming in, some kind of a fling. fling or a flame, either way, considering what came out of my mouth was fling. So it may be a summer fling. It may be something that is getting you back on your feet and making you feel good about yourself. But it could be you coming back to you at the same time. And that's because that's Pisces. You are the Pisces. So this could be, like I said, you coming back to you. This is speaking to you of Two of Swords, which is peace. Finding your own inner peace. I feel like a lot of this has to do with you, but it could be other people in your life. This is why I'm giving you the signs, so that you know which signs it could be talking about. This could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius coming into your life. This is positivity. This is creating peace. This is not being stagnant anymore. This is not exactly fast, but it is moving. It is dealing with your pros and your cons and weighing out the situation, finding peace within the situation. This also speaks to us in this the way it's given to me is from some of my Hebrew information. This is the back of the head has not come forward, which means what's still in the unconscious, you're still finding that clarity. But still in the unconscious that you're learning how to heal. You're learning to bring to the surface. You're learning how to work through. The clarity is coming forward. You're making peace within it. So, like I said, this could be you coming back to you, coming into a new level of who and what you are and understanding of what you are and what you want, what you need. Let's check another deck. And it won't come in because this is a completion of a cycle. You are coming to an end of one cycle. Could possibly, obviously, be a beginning of another, but an end of one cycle. You're getting the Emperor again. The first thing out, and I haven't even asked it questions yet. So, like I said, this could be an Aries. This is building blocks. This is a brand new project that's starting to. This is, starting a brand new. The Emperor creates the civilization that they are dealing with. So this is being the king of your kingdom. I feel like they're trying to talk to you about you because they're saying creates. Tell me for Pisces. Okay, wait. They won't even let me get to my next question. King of Swords is coming out. Says summoning the transformation, leadership, and forcefulness. This is the enthusiastic energy coming forward. I'm definitely getting the forcefulness. This is, look at it. He's got the sword out. The horse speaks to you of freedom. He's ready to cut the cord of any bullshit that's not working for him. He's enthusiastic. He's ready to move forward and summon the transformation. I said I'm ready for the change. I'm ready for the change now. And if you ain't in my life for the right, get the hell out. More or less is what I'm getting from this. Then they're giving me the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancer sign. The Chariot is pulled by two different directions. It's finally bringing you straight forward. It is understanding that peace as you are starting to move forward and make the right decisions and pull you in the healthiest direction for you. This is pursuing the truth of the insight that you are finding out. Gathering your inner forces and perspectives. This is basically the same thing that they were saying. Would you please tell me what the challenge is? Thank you. You shifted. What is the biggest challenge that they need to look into? That they need to be aware of? No. What is the biggest challenge Pisces needs to be aware of? The biggest challenge Pisces needs to be aware of to help them get through it. Because they've been giving you like a roadmap straight through. But what's coming that you don't see? No, you actually did fall. I know you're in here. I feel it. What is the challenge? Outside of stepping backwards, because they just moved me backwards. Justice is the challenge. And the way I'm reading this, justice. Justice is the challenge, and this is Libra energy. This is usually talking to you about weighing the scales. Finding the true balance. This is saying, what is the balance you need? Finding the balance you need, understanding your truth, not somebody else's. Understanding somebody else's truth is good, and being aware of their truth is good. It's definitely a positive thing, but that's not what should make the decision for you. What needs to make the decision for you is what you need, not what they need. If you're making it based off of what they need because you're trying to have balance to the situation, you will be moved backwards. That is what they were saying. So they are saying your biggest challenge is to have strength. Believe in yourself, because your biggest challenge will be, if you're not, the Three of Pentacles will typically be building blocks that are allowing you to be proud of yourself as you move forward. But if you don't have the strength, if you give the balance to somebody else, you give it to them, you're giving away your power all over again. And instead of creating something you're proud of, you're going to be right back where you started, is what they're saying. That is your biggest challenge for right now. What was I just saying? This is the Seven of Wands. They are telling you this is Mars energy, this is Leo energy. This is finding your inner warrior, your inner passion, your inner action, your inner aggression, your inner SWAT team, and your inner sexuality, being able to know how you feel about yourself, feel comfortable and secure with who you are, so that you can have courage to be who you are. That's their biggest line of helping, is because they've changed it from a challenge. They went directly back into what they were trying to say before. They just gave me a break and appeased me with my question. I feel like we gotta switch decks. Is there anything else up here that wants to speak to Pisces? I'm always putting them back in here and accidentally bending them. Is there anything else that Pisces needs to hear today? This would be something to leave you in a positive up note, because this is actually a Hindu deck. This is Ganesh. What does Pisces need to hear? Empowerment. You need to take the power that is yours back. Is there anything else that Pisces needs to hear? Too many. Anything else that Pisces needs to hear from the 1st through the 15th that we can leave them with for a high note? Priorities. Get your priorities straight about what's important to you, and listen to your own personal insight. Listen to your higher self. Listen to what you already know. It will help you to know what to do. Is there anything else? Find your joy. Find your inner joy and stick with it, because at this point, it's a very pivotal time of changing your energy and your life. I love you guys. And if you're interested in your own personal readings, private appointments of any kind, please see the information down below. And if you enjoy the readings, please subscribe and hit the bell. Thanks. Bye.